You gon' line today. Go crazy. We got 40. We got top. Two tools. Rugers. Nigga, what up? Go crazy, nigga. What up? Bow. For the hustle, cause that's all I ever know. Yeah. All that's for them zips, cause that's all we ever smoke. See, that's for the tussling, that always been a no. But them beat that's for them boys who ain't never scared to blow. All that's for my own, you ain't never had shit. Why that's for the YOLO, man, I love a bad bitch. I fuck her when she want, but you won't get a bag, bitch. I'm a hot boy, baby, so you know I'm going crazy. I'm a hot boy, baby, I'm a hot boy, baby. I'm a hot boy, baby, so you know I'm going crazy. I'm a hot boy, baby, I'm a hot boy, baby. I'm a hot boy, baby, so you know I'm going crazy.
Hot boys in this bitch, yeah, we need it all. And we ain't clicking with these niggas, we don't speak at all. My nigga Drew a young savage, he a fucking dog. I'm so sleaze, best believe I'll fuck your bra. I never trust a
I really feel like for you to really get out here like you want to, you just gotta stop doing everything that don't got to do with the #1 goal. And once you put your focus on that and start seeing like the benefits and what you get from like putting that hard work in, like that's what self-motivated is being about. Is being able to wake up in the morning and say, I'm gonna go get it no matter what.
Paying attention, like my first video I did with CT Films called My Story. That's what really got me out here. My Story, that's the video when the police chased me off the ice cream truck.
I'll sell it to the fiends, pull up in the coupe with a bad 14. Hey!
Since that video is like, motherfuckers was catching on.
Turn that shit to a trap song. Call my nigga CT, you know, I gotta call CT every time. Man.
Shout out to my boy. I like that. CT, you girl shit.
Already.
Pull you a food for this one, pull you a food for this one.
Pops got that top, made that boy. Hold on, say that again, man. Got that top, made that boy. These niggas is fucking stupid. Pops got that top, made that boy. Y'all can't fuck with me, nigga. Big guns over here. Got that top, made that boy do the cha-cha. I'm about my moolah. Bitch can't get nada, cause bitch you a dollar. Free bro to robbers. Knock off your top pussy, bitch, I'm a rider. What is the problem? Mad cause we got it. Blow up, don't trust when that mag right beside me. Aim out of gray mouth, come cop that anxiety. Come and get that white girl and her best friend Roxy. Trapped in the violence, trying to give me a Mozzie. Chopper with a silence, no winners, let's keep it private. Then blow an L, got me a dinner from Stony Island. Cookie got me tripping, heartbeat, and I'm hearing silence.
I mean, it's like, I always had a vision for this shit, but I don't really think nobody else expected it to be where it is today.
It's so crazy too, if you know me, you know I had a camera in my hand my whole life, and I never thought in a million years that I would still be like doing the same thing, but in a different world. And I'm still having fun with it. Like I got videos of us making TV shows, commercials. We used to record stunts. We used to go up to the Glory Zone, Outer Drive, Southfield, and like literally do practical jokes. And to this day, like it's some shit that we recorded that I would never put out just because we would probably go to jail. Like we was really on some wild shit back then. I remember my first introduction into the Detroit music scene was probably, I used to watch this show called 7 Mile to Bell Out. It used to come on late as hell at like 12 o'clock or something on channel 38. And it basically showed you like whoever was rapping back then, like when I was young as hell before, I want to say this is before Dope Boys was even a thing. I'm young as hell watching this show called 7 Mile to Bell Out, and that's when I got hip to like niggas like Stretch Money, K-Deezy. K-Deezy had In My Hood. I damn near think that shit dropped on 7 Mile to Bell Out. Stretch Money, The Block Is Hot was on 7 Mile to Bell Out. I don't even think niggas was really on YouTube like that for real. And so that was my first little look into the Detroit industry. Dope Boys had a song called Somerset out. And like I said, back then in the hood, like you had to have some clothes on or you just wasn't that. It was all about True Religions, Prada, shit like that, Gucci, Louis, like niggas was on that back then. So that's what really, West Side, like that's what it was all about. Like nigga, if you wasn't fresh, you was not on shit. So I want to say that song was called Somerset. That's what put me hip. And by this time, YouTube was a thing. I had my YouTube is like from 2010. I had my shit created in 2010. That's the same account that I blew up on, all that type of shit. I'm on YouTube looking up Dope Boy shit, and I see this video that TMB did. Back then, TMB, them niggas was the coldest doing it in Detroit. Like, if you wanted some professional looking shit like on MTV, that's who everybody was going to. And it was the Streets of Earth video, and it had Dope Boys on there. I feel like Payroll verse was at the end. I remember it just going so crazy. And I burnt that video out. Like, I had a Twitter back then. I used to tweet the lyrics and tag Payroll, and then they used to repost it all the time. It just clicked in my head. It's like, oh, bro, this shit is really doable. Like, just because you ain't got this shit right now don't mean that you can't get to that level. So, like I said, at this point in my life, like, I'm really trying to piece shit together, and I got so many camera plugs and shit like that. It was never an issue with me like having to find a camera and go shoot. Like, I had cameras and shit that I could go shoot at any time, but I still didn't know how to fully put that shit together. I didn't think that the music video shit was real enough for me to just do that full time back then. I had a job with my church running camera for them, and then I worked at the TV station running camera for them. So I always was around like high quality equipment that I could use when I wanted to. So I called Jay Hill, and I remember talking to him, and I'm like, look, I'm about to bring 3 cameras out there. We about to shoot a whole video. Just give me the song. We about to do that shit for real. That Saturday, I remember pulling up in the hood, 3 cameras, 3 niggas deep, and we shot a whole music video with 3 cameras for no reason, just getting every angle I could, just doing anything we could think of, driving up and down the street. And I remember that video dropped. And I'm thinking the way the numbers that went up, it was just so crazy, because I never thought that I could do no type of shit like that. For it to just happen just like that, like it blew my mind. Like, I'm getting subscriber left and right. I'm checking my phone, getting emails, everybody asking me, how much you charge for the video? How much you charge for the video? I need a video ASAP. I probably was shooting videos for like $50. Or $100. It was like between 50 to 100. So I'm just building myself up, tapping in with everybody who rapping, whoever want to pay me 50 or 100 to come out, I'm coming to do it. So, you know, me just being on YouTube, knowing what's going on, who hot, shit like that. I hear about Ro Kane.
Yeah. Man, these hoes get on my nerves, real shit. Real nigga, but it's hard to find a real bitch. Loose ass, trife ass, broke ass, dumb bitch. No kiss, you can't get shit, not a crumb, bitch. Let me tell you about these fuck niggas, huh? Can't, I don't fuck with niggas. No, run off with my shit. Don't fuck, nigga. Pump, make a nigga catch 12. That's you luck, nigga. Can't chill with you. I don't trust niggas. Can't talk, can't hang, can't smoke with you. Stuck up, don't give a fuck, I ain't no fuck, nigga. Bitch, I ain't talking about fuck, you can't fuck, you gotta go. Bitch, if I fall off, I'm a boss back.
I'm listening to his music, I'm like, God damn, like, this nigga crazy, like, this nigga is really wild, like. And then it was just his delivery was so different from everybody else. Like, he just had this different ass sound to him that just made him like, oh yeah, you gotta hear his music, or you gotta fuck with this shit, because that shit was really like different and like hard. So I remember hitting him up, and the first video we shot was intro.
Bitch look like Maya, eat it up like a lion. Tell that boy be quiet, so tired of these niggas lying. And all you niggas dying got straps that ain't licensed. Do I look like Tyson? The fuck you talking about fighting? Woke up this morning, niggas dick sucking early. Always out the way, playing smart cause niggas dirty. That's niggas mad, they can't get on the team. If it's ever any beat, we got 9 no breeze. Plug down south, ass keef for the blood.
When I put intro up, that shit just felt different. Like, it was like, oh yeah, we about to go on a run. Like, we really about to turn up with this.
I know you can't afford it. You and your girl keep arguing, getting bored, nigga. All my fucking shooters keep scoring, nigga. Glock 23 like Jordan. Rap, slap. I don't give a fuck, I need racks. Can't kid dummy on strap. Bullets go through a nigga vest. He gone. Trap all slap, got dope.
Trap house up and got lit. Trap house up and real fees. I love Gucci and fiends.
Lame ass niggas better stop trying to test lives. Run to your spot where that fat. Ran through more hoes than Rich. More OGs than the 80s. Keep a cold bitch. Got more foreigns than Mercedes. You say you born rich. Little nigga stop. All you do is buy shoes. I buy shoes just for the box. I keep that 4-5 just for niggas like you. My little brother Jew.
This little bitch get played out. Bravo, she can't talk, she got a dick in her mouth. This little nigga gon' get K'd down. Police behind us, we gon' blow in the loud. Scare on they ass, just like a movie. Every time you see me, I be strapped with my goonies. Choppers and whips, money and chain. Don't make me call my hitter boy and put him on game. Who the fuck is Ro Kane? You don't need to know that. Feeling like Dex, sprayed the hoe with my way. Lose my number, baby.
But it was just so unique because back then nobody on YouTube had really got to see what Detroit looked like, and I think that was one of them things that really brought attention to us, was just being able to see what Detroit is on social media. So YouTube gave it that platform to just expose it to the world. So it just gave us a whole nother platform. And in Detroit, just because it was so fresh and so new, back then you could put up a video and it was getting 50,000 views just because ain't nobody used to just being able to watch rap from Detroit all the time. And from that, I got a lot of more opportunities with people like Snapdog, Chino, got to working with Ant Beats, like all these names that's coming up at the same time I am. We just all started working together, and just from everybody being so creative and doing all these things together, it just made it super big. But I guess my name would start getting bigger. Ye ended up getting locked up, and I feel like that's when Chief Keef was already so tuned in to our sound. Like after Ye got locked up, we got that spotlight on us, it just took it to the next level. And then that's when the World Star was popping. Everybody was trying to get their first World Star video. I can't even remember what my first World Star video was. It had to have been something, but you feel me? That was one of them. If you a videographer and your shit ain't made it to World Star yet, like you ain't popping for real. So that was one of the things a nigga used to work for back then. Shit got lit. I want to say when I went out to New York with Chief Keef. Before we get to New York, I remember we in New Jersey and he had a show out there, and I'm with Ant Beats, Snap, Suave, and some other people. I can't remember who all I was with. So we in New Jersey, we pull up to the show or whatever. We get in the show, we on stage, it's 100 motherfuckers up. That shit just turned up, and it's like, what the fuck? Show over, we walk out. Everybody just hop on the Sprinter, because we took a taxi down there. I don't know where niggas going, but it's like, niggas just hop on the Sprinter with Chief Keef. So then I'm in the motherfucking Sprinter with Chief Keef, just processing it through my head like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, you really in New Jersey on the Sprinter bus with Chief Keef. I guess New Jersey and New York ain't that far of a distance because the Sprinter took us from New Jersey to New York. And this just a side note story. This shit don't even really concern anything that's going on. I remember this nigga gave me an ecstasy pill, and that bitch almost killed me. And it was so crazy because that was the first big experience with a rapper, like a real rapper that I had, and I thought I was about to die. And I remember praying to God like, yeah, God, you done got me to this point, and the first thing I did was take a pill from a nigga I just met, and I'm about to pass out and die because I'm an idiot. But you know, niggas toughed it out on some G shit. I ended up coming back to life, but it was just so crazy. Cause I'm like, oh yeah, this shit real. So then we shooting the video, and I'm shooting the video with Chief Keef and Suave, and it's like, yeah, I'm already knowing I'm about to do this shit for the rest of my life. Like, I'm locked in no matter what go on. Like, yeah, this is what I'm on. So I get back to the city, and that shit just made my business go 10 times. Like that little cosign or whatever just made people want to work with me, want to get on my platform, shit like that. So I got my YouTube already going. I already had my YouTube since 2010. So I'm just building that platform, and I'm not even realizing, like, I'm just getting subscribers. My first goal was 10,000 subscribers, and then 50,000. Like, I'm hitting these goals, and it's like crazy to me because I never thought I would get to that point. A year later, I get a call from this dude. And he like, yeah, my name's Sada Baby.
And a lot of bullshit keep happening. Keep happening. Ran around with it on me, keep happening. What up, Keith? I feel like Ro Kane, bitch, you really wanna scrap. Send me your location, pussy, tell me where you at. Pull up to your JoJo and finesse you out the racks. Cause out of Tarantino, get to shooting all the X. Cause out of Paul Bunyan, swing the chopper like an axe. In public housing with them packs, 30,000 in the back.
The first time I pulled up on him, he was just supposed to give me a deposit. And I pulled up on him, he was shooting another video, and I was just sitting there waiting. I remember, I'm like, how the fuck would he have me pull up to a video shoot? Like, but this nigga was just working so hard back then. So we shot Stacy, and I don't even remember when that shit went viral. I can't even tell you when that bitch blew up how it did. I was just shooting videos, doing what I've been doing. After that, like, me and him just locked in. I remember it was times he'd tell me, like, yeah, bro, don't even bring your camera. We about to go up to Central Michigan. I got to show up there, blase. And we used to just ride. I remember one time I got in the car with him and his niggas, and we just rode around. I don't know what the fuck was going on that day. I remember just getting in the car with him. There wasn't no music playing, and I'm thinking, I thought I was gonna get shot or something. I thought they was about to rob me. I thought we was about to go to drive-by. It was a whole bunch of scenarios that I was just trying to piece together, but it was just one of them situations where it was like me and that nigga just hung out so much and just listened to his music and talked about the type of shit we was gonna do. It for some reason it just clicked. After I shot the video with Sada, it was just like that just made everybody on the east side like, all right, let me see what CT got going on. So me and GT, first time we worked, we just, after that, it was history. Me and him every time, like, we can shoot a classic whenever we want. I can call him at 8 a.m. in the morning and we'll have a video shot and put out by the next day. It was just getting that reputation, like, yeah, if you want some hard shit, it's a list of motherfuckers who gonna give you a hard shit, and I was getting added to that list. Like, it ain't about a motherfucker feeling like he better than somebody. I was just trying to make sure that my name just wasn't looked over. And by this point, nigga done made it down to South by Southwest, like just doing all the shit, just doing shit that real rappers do, and really realizing that niggas is at a point where like your name getting out there, like every video is going viral. You done made it from Detroit, you were all the way in Texas, and that shit type of shit below your mind. I woke up one morning and I go on YouTube and I go on Instagram, I'm just getting tagged on this post or whatever, and I look at it and this magazine done posted me in there talking about 10 videographers that help rappers blow up, and they got names like Cole Bennett, the Laker Films nigga, like the big directors, and they had my shit on. I'm like, duh, what the fuck is going on? It's just so crazy to think that a nigga just had a nigga just thought one day, like, yeah, I could probably do this, and now a nigga really doing it. So it's just crazy to watch how, like, I know from where I started from and where this shit is today. Like, I started out like anybody else with 0 subscribers, 0 followers. Nobody knew what I was doing off of this shit. Nobody knew me before I started doing this. So that should tell you a lot. Like, I wasn't on no trying to be popular shit or trying to be in motherfuckers' faces. The nigga just knew he was good at what I was working on, and I was gonna push that. If I could make money off of working cameras, why wouldn't I do that shit? In 1 year, just off of a camera, I done been to New York, Chicago, Houston, Atlanta, Miami, and this is just that damn near ain't even 1 year. That was like a 6 months period when I was just on the fucking road. And when I woke up in Hollywood before and just looked at my camera, I had to hold that bitch up in the air and look at that motherfucker like, God damn, I done made it from motherfucking 7 Mile in Archdale to goddamn Hollywood, way across the motherfucking map off of the camera. You know, this camera shit done took me around the globe, so it's like, I just be waking up every day and I gotta be grateful for it, because I didn't think that it would go this far. I done worked with everybody from Chief Keef to Gucci, Lil Yachty, G.E. It's just crazy to see what this shit done turned into. Like, I never thought I would reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, that's crazy to think about. 100,000 motherfuckers is subscribed to my YouTube channel. Like, I can't even think of what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing with that shit. But for the future, nigga just trying to take that shit to the next level because it's obtainable. So to understand whatever it take to get to where you trying to go, you gotta figure that shit out because it's possible. You can look at my life and understand that this shit is possible because I ain't nobody special. I ain't trying to act like I'm better than niggas. I'm just a nigga who was blessed enough to come up with a plan and put that shit in action. And you seeing the fucking fruits of that. Like, when I think about it, like, I done really did this Detroit shit to the maximum. And for the future, we just gonna keep going because we got a passion for this shit. And I know this shit gonna make millions. Detroit been on fire for a long time. And that's what I'm realizing. Like, Detroit been had it. So niggas just gotta realize that we got it and act like we got it. And we will have it. We do got it. That's what's crazy. Everybody else watching us.
Solo in the coupe getting lifted. Count another 1,000 every time a nigga spend it. Pop another piece, she might think that I'm a